Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Megan, and if you are not new, hello again. Today's video, I'm going to discuss my all-time favorite drugstore products. These are products that I use all the time and that have been in my makeup bag for a long time. These are super affordable, they're great quality, they're just really, really good products for an affordable price, which we can all agree we love some good products for a good price. So I thought it would be fun to discuss the current favorites that are in my collection. Just so you guys can kind of see that there are products out there that are affordable. You don't have to spend a ton of money on the really high-end makeup products to get good quality. As a disclaimer, this is going to be somewhat of a lengthy video because I have a lot of products to discuss. So grab your popcorn, grab a soda, grab a cocktail, whatever you like to drink. So I hope you guys stick around to see the drugstore products that I am loving. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are new and have not subscribed already. I so appreciate it. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you guys can be notified each week when I post new videos. So let's get into the video and let's discuss some fun makeup. Right, let's get started, y'all. So much makeup in front of me. All right, you guys, the bag in front of me is so full of makeup. I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna try to just kind of lump all of the certain products together so we can kind of be a little bit organized. All right, so let's start with foundations. There are so many drugstore foundations that are so good that it's honestly exciting. A lot of the times it's hard to find a drugstore foundation that really matches your skin tone, but I think with the way the makeup world is kind of evolving, is they are really paying attention to the fact that there are so many shades of skin tones and everybody honestly needs to be included and equal. So a lot of companies are really putting their effort into extending their shade range, and I think the drugstore foundation makeup game is really, it's getting up there. So my current favorite foundation, if you tune into my channel, you all know that I am obsessed with this Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. It is so, so, so good. I'm wearing it today. I personally love a matte foundation. That's really what I feel like makes my skin look the best. If I am going through a period though where I have drier skin, then I do love a little bit of a dewy foundation. But what I love about this foundation is that it covers all of the pores. It really does make your skin look so flawless. And there are quite a bit of shades in this specific line. So you are able to find the perfect shade. For me, sometimes I will mix my foundations because I do love a good foundation cocktail. That really is my jam. I love to mix foundations to make that perfect shade. And I also love to mix foundations to make that perfect formula for me on the days that I might not want a super matte foundation but want a little bit of dewiness. Two foundations also that I love are the Loreal Infallible foundations. They have the option of the Pro Glow, which is a dewy foundation, and the Demi Matte formula. These are both very long wearing. They're 24-hour, and they really do last a long time. This one is gonna be more of a radiant finish, whereas the matte is gonna be that kind of, it's semi-matte, so your skin doesn't look super dry. Your skin looks just like your skin. It doesn't look like you have caked on makeup. The only thing that I will say about these specific foundations is that I haven't found one that is like the perfect shade for me. I don't know, it's kind of, my shade I feel like is weird, but these are such good foundations. I've used almost all of my matte one because I am obsessed, and I will continue to buy these because it's just something that I need. It's like the foundation that I always kind of grab. Next one was a surprising one for me because I have just recently dabbled into the Wet n Wild brand because they have really stepped their game up. They have some really good products these days. Next foundation is the Photofocus foundation, and this really is a phenomenal foundation, and it's so cheap. I think it's like $5, which is insane. And it really is beautiful on the skin. It doesn't give you flashback in photos. So on the back of the bottle, it describes how it was tested under different lighting conditions to ensure that you don't get any flashback and that it just looks really flawless in person and on film and camera. There isn't a ton of shades. I'll have to check and see how many, but I do find that the Desert Beige is a good one for me when I am on the more tan side. The applicator is kind of odd. It's this little, like, I don't even know what you would call that. You have to have like a little dish to put it in, or just put it on the back of your hand. And the one thing, if you've seen videos before where I've used this, the one thing I will say is that it smells like straight up paint. And I'm not sure why. So if you're sensitive to smells, then you probably won't like that. But otherwise, really good foundation, and I think for the money, it's phenomenal. This next one is a BB cream that I'm loving. It's the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream in the shade medium. This is amazing. When you put it on the skin, it comes out with this like white consistency, but then when you rub it on the back of your hand, it just matches your skin tone, which is, how do they do that? It's amazing. But it really blurs out the imperfections and just makes your skin look super flawless. It gives just a slight bit of coverage, so on those days that you don't want to wear a ton of foundation, put this on and it just looks so beautiful. It has vitamin E in it. It's hydrating, which I love. But I will wear this to the gym a lot. On the days that I don't really have makeup on, I'll just put that on so that I don't look like a complete hot mess. I just love it on my skin. It's really beautiful. All right, so the next products I'm going to discuss are blushes. And I think the drugstore honestly has a ton of good blushes at the moment. This first one is my absolute favorite blush. It is the Flower blush, and these are the Flower Pot blushes. This one is the shade Warm Hibiscus. It has just these like little gold reflex in it, and on the skin it's just so beautiful and not patchy. Right now for blushes, that's probably the brand that's really killing it. Next in line, I would say, would be Milani for blushes. These are the baked powder blushes. Milani's baked powder blushes are the shiz. This is one of my all-time favorites, the Luminoso shade. It's a peachy shade, which is beautiful on the skin. It has a little bit of gold reflex in it. It's just so beautiful. It goes on so smooth and creamy. And the next shade that I do love as well is called Dolce Pink. And it has just that subtle hint of gold reflex in it, but a little bit of that pink shade. It's beautiful. And I think the baked formula is really what makes those so good. They just go on super creamy, they're not patchy, and they leave just like this little bit of radiance to the cheeks, and they just look so beautiful. This next one is by Wet n Wild, and it is their Color Icon Blush. This specific shade rubbed off, which I'm really sad about, but it's a more peachy bronze shade. On camera, it looks more bronze, but in person, it has a little bit of a peach undertone to it. On the days when I don't want to wear a ton of blush, I pop this on because it looks more bronzy, more natural. And it's honestly such a good price for the amount of product that you get in there too. e.l.f. is also one of those brands that I think is killing it at the moment. This blush I picked up, and it doesn't even have any information on the back, but it is a really good blush. It's just got a really cute feminine color, and for the price, e.l.f. has some really good products. So I had to mention this blush because I think if you want a blush that's like $2 to $3, then this is gonna be one that you should look at. Lastly for blush, NYX Powder Blush is so good. This one is called Pinched, and it's a little bit of a brighter pink, but I love their blushes. They have a lot of different shades to choose from, and for the price point, their quality and just the consistency of it is super pigmented, but very creamy. I'm just a huge fan of NYX. Like, I really, really love NYX. I have way too many NYX products because they're so good. I just can't help it. All right, let's chat about some concealers. I have two drugstore concealers that are really, really good. This first one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this is the Dark Circle Eraser. This is a treatment concealer that has goji berry in it and haloxyl. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's important because it works really good. It has this like really cool sponge tip, so you basically will click the product up into the sponge, and then all you have to do is just apply it right underneath, and it really does get rid of all of the dark circles. It's creamy and hydrating, so it doesn't dry out the under eye, and it's not thick, which is nice. If you don't like a thick concealer, then you should try this one. It is very, very good, and it really does what it says. It gets rid of the dark circles. It makes your under eye look really bright and awake, and I appreciate this. Next one was a ride or die drugstore product for me for the longest time. If you guys watch my videos like way back when I started, this was my absolute favorite concealer, and it is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. I haven't used it in so long and I feel bad. I stopped using this when Tarte Shape Tape came out because we all know Tarte Shape Tape is really good. But for a drugstore concealer, this is so good, and I love this too to spot conceal. It's also really good underneath the eye. It's not drying at all. It's creamy. It's really, really good. Bronzer to mention for drugstore at the moment that I'm loving. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This bronzer smells so good. It's a beachy coconut smell, and every time I put it on, I'm just like, oh, I want to be at the beach. It does make you look like you were at the beach. Sun-kissed and bronzy and golden and just like all those yummy things that we love about summer. I'm wearing it today, and it's just super natural looking. It doesn't look ashy, and it's not too warm. It's just that perfect combination of color. So I think for any skin tone, this is a really good bronzer to try. And I love the packaging. It's very, very summery. Next powder is a setting powder by NYX, and this is their HD finishing powder. Again, NYX killed it. As you can see, it's almost gone. I've hit pan because it is that good. This is in the shade Banana, and this is a really good powder if you want to set the under eyes and brighten them up a little bit. And I'll even put some on for you guys today, but I would always just take my little concealer brush and just pop it right underneath the eyes just to brighten it up a bit, and it really does. Oh my God, like, it does such a good job. The powder is very fine, so it is not chunky whatsoever. That nice pop of brightness underneath the eye. It's such good powder, and again, NYX. I just love that. I picked one mascara from the drugstore that's just a standout for me, and this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by Loreal. This stuff is really, really good. I love the brush on this wand. It's very thick. It grabs just enough product that it adds a lot of volume to the lashes. I like the consistency of the mascara too. It's not too liquidy, so I don't get any fallout on the face when I apply it. It just sticks to the lashes and it stays. This is just my ride or die mascara at the moment, and I haven't switched over to any other mascara. I would say I've used so many mascaras because it's one of those products that I always like invest in because I'm just searching for the perfect one, just like a nude lipstick. Like I'm always searching for the best nude. Is it out there? Nobody knows. Say comparing that mascara to all of the mascaras I've used, like that were in higher brands, that is really, really good, and it's super affordable. Sometimes the really high-end mascaras, they're not any better, and that's just the truth. Spilling the tea. For eyeliners, these are all from the same brand, which is crazy, but I don't know how it happened. NYX has really good eyeliners. These are the retractable eyeliners by NYX. I appreciate retractable eyeliners because I hate sharpening pencils. I just hate it. I feel like they're never sharp enough. They never come out how they used to be. It just bothers me. So I love that these are retractable. These are super great. They're creamy and they stay on the lash line for a long time. I'm wearing this purple one today and it does last for quite some time. In comparison though to the Marc Jacobs Gel Matte Eyeliner, Marc Jacobs is better, but it is a little bit pricier. But for a drugstore, these are. This next one is the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner, and this is my ride or die liquid eyeliner. I just love it. The little tip is super easy to work with to really give that perfect wing, and I love that it's a matte consistency and it lasts all day. and I love that. For a primer, I have two primers that I love. I don't know if NYX still sells this one though, but it is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This one's really good. It just gives this really velvety finish on the skin and your makeup goes on flawlessly. It is one of my ride or die primers and I used to wear this every single day. It's so good. I'm glad I have some left because it really is good. And then the other one I have used is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. I love this one because it is hydrating, but the formula is a little bit different than usual. It's kind of a more silicone feel. So if you don't really like that feel, then you wouldn't like that primer, but it is a really good hydrating primer, and for the price, it's pretty phenomenal. For setting spray, this is my favorite setting spray. It is by Flower, and it is called Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray, and this is the dewy finish, but you can also get the matte finish as well. I personally feel like in a spray, I like more of a dewy situation. Like I feel like foundation, you get a matte foundation for a matte look. I don't really use a spray to mattify. Now in the summer, that would probably be helpful for, like, say you're going to be out in the sun all day, then a mattifying spray is gonna be good because that's gonna keep your makeup flawless all day. I saw this video of Drew Barrymore on her Instagram and she showed how she applies this when she's at the beach. She basically sprays it all over the face as kind of like a barrier of protection from the sun. And it doesn't have any like SPF in it, but it hydrates and it protects from pollution particles and it's moisture boosting. So I love what this spray is about. I think it's super cool. And I love too that it's more of a mist. So look at that. It's just like this fine mist. I love a spray with a fine mist. I think that's like the ideal setting spray. I'll show you guys. And it smells super, super good too. This is one of those items that I think every girl should have in their makeup sprays because it smells so good. And it's good to throw in your beach bag too and just apply throughout the day, like if you're on the boat, at the beach, whatever it may be. All right, lastly, we're gonna discuss some of my favorite lip products. I have so many lip products that I had to just narrow it down. It was kind of hard. As you can tell, a lot of these are nude, but that's because I have so many nude lip products that that's what you're gonna find in my makeup bag. So once again, NYX has done it again. Their lip glosses are phenomenal. Like the creamiest, best feeling lip glosses. They are not sticky. They last all day, and there's so many different ranges of their lip glosses that you that there is something for everybody. So their Intense Butter Gloss line is super good. It's that really rich formula and it's not sticky. It's very smooth and it's just beautiful on the lips. I'll show you guys a little swatchy swatch. This is in the shade Tres Leches. Look at how pretty, and it's so shiny. The NYX Glam Lip Gloss, I've had this for years and I can't believe I'm not out yet. This is in the shade VIP and this is just a really shiny lip gloss that has little flecks of gold in it, and it's kind of on the nude pink shade, but it's super shiny on the lips, and I love this as like a lip topper. So anytime I wear a lipstick, I like to wear this as a lip topper because it's so pretty on the lips. All right, and then last but not least, I have to mention the amazing highlighters out there at the moment. This, of course, is the one that is most talked about, I think, in the YouTube world, in the makeup world. It's the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlight in the shade Molten Gold. This highlight is going to just give you so much gold JLo vibes. Can we assess how beautiful that is? This highlight is so good. I just need some on. It's such a good highlight. I love applying it with my finger. As you can see, look at how shiny and pigmented that is. That's crazy. Apply this to your cheekbones with your finger. It looks so phenomenal, and even just dusting a little bit on with a brush, it's the bomb. Probably one of the best highlighters out there in the drugstore world. Next up would be the Strobe Light highlighter by Milani. Look at that shade. This is in the shade Sun Glow. And again, the consistency is super pretty, and look at that shine. Holy Hannah, I just want to bathe. I just want to bathe and highlight. Like, is that okay? I need to look like J-Lo. Make me look like J-Lo. Such a good highlight, and there's more shades in this range. This one is more of the gold tone. There is, I think, a rose gold and also a more lighter kind of pearl silvery shade too. So if you are on the lighter or fair skin tone, you're gonna wanna go check those ones out. Lastly, this is by Wet n Wild. This is their highlighting powder, Mega Glow highlighting powder. This one is in the shade Precious Petals. It's a beautiful rose gold. So it's gonna have like a touch of that pink rose gold to it. It's so beautiful. I remember when I was a kid, Wet n Wild was like the makeup that you picked up at the store that was like super cheap and you could afford it, so you bought it, but it wasn't like the greatest quality. But I feel like Wet n Wild is just like now up there with all those other drugstore brands, and they're just killing it. I don't know what to say. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed my top drugstore picks. These are really, really good products. I think if you guys haven't tried any of these, go buy some. You guys need these in your life. They're super, super good. It kind of makes me realize that I hoard drugstore makeup. That might be a problem. It's better than like, you know, hoarding like cats. Please don't forget to comment. Let me know your thoughts. I love to hear about new products that I haven't tried. So I love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to comment or message me. Follow me on Instagram if you have not already. I post a lot of makeup looks and inspiration on my page. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get notified each week when I post a video. I love you guys so much, and thank you guys again for tuning in. I hope you have a fabulous week. I'll see you in the next video.